Good Sunday morning, and God, I do thank you for the opportunity just to say, God, I thank you. No church this morning. I got an obligation later this afternoon around 3 that we have to be to. But I got my grandkids. I got both of them here, and we've had them since Friday. Well, of course, Caleb has been here since last Saturday. And Des came and stayed this weekend. I was out actually, I picked Des up from camp, I think it was Thursday. And as we were driving, trying to get him from point A to point B, he said to me, Granddaddy, I was running late to get him to his father. And I said to him, called his mom, and did she have a problem with him sticking with me while I go take care of some business, and I'll bring him back. And I asked him, I said, did you want to go hang out with me? He told me, well, Granddaddy, I want to hang out with you. I said, all right, that's cool. She said, besides, I don't get a chance to spend a lot of time with you, so yeah, made the old man feel good. So as we was riding, he told me, he said, I'm going to ask my mama, can I come and spend the weekend so that I can spend some time with y'all? Again, he just putting it on. So, okay, and of course, he came this weekend. So this weekend, he showed up, and just enjoying him running around doing whatever. And my grandson number one is probably he's a gentle giant, easiest person you ever want to deal with, and his love is genuine. He's a very genuine person. So he loves Applebee's. I don't know where he get that from, but that's what he likes. So made it my business. Last night we took him to Applebee's because grandson number two kind of controls the room. And he also asked me about going to the movies, and he wanted to see some movie called Men the Boys. I have no idea what it was, and figured out what time the movie was supposed to start on yesterday, and we were going to go. I'd like to tell you that something came up, but it didn't come up. I allowed what I was doing to kind of decide and dictate what I was going to do. So we did the normal adult thing. Hey, we'll take you at a later date. And we took him. We ate at Applebee's. He had a good time. We came back home and got up this morning, and I happened to see him at the breakfast table eating, doing what he's doing, and it was eating me up inside because I chose not to do something that was able to be done based on what he wanted, and he deserves it. So I said to the wife, I said, look and see what time that movie starts. And she told me it starts at 12:45. I said, how long is the movie? Which it will fit within the allotted time so that we can still make our obligation at 3 o'clock. So took it upon myself today that I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm not going to put it off until a later date that may never show up. I'm going to give him what he asked of his granddaddy that I'm in a position to give him. We're going to see that movie today. I even came up and told him, I said, I got a surprise for you. He said, well, what's the surprise? I said, I'm going to just surprise you with it. And I'm feeling good about it because he deserves it. And I'm not making excuses for something when it can be done. I'm not allowing myself to be more important or to be inconvenienced for someone that I should be available to. So I've said all that to say this. I'm going to follow through with what I said I was going to do without putting it off for a day that may never show up. And I'm going to keep a smile on my grandson's face. And the reason that smile is going to stay on his face is because he deserves it, and he does deserve it because he's a great kid, AB honor roll. He's doing everything he's supposed to be doing. Why can't I celebrate that with him by finding time to give him something as simple as taking him to a movie? Be blessed on this Sunday. Give thanks on this Sunday, and just appreciate the opportunity for what you've been blessed with in so many ways. And again, availability. Be available to the ones that you should be available to instead of constantly allowing yourself to be pulled in places you ain't got no business being because you're trying to impress people that don't care less. Take care.